Hey, how's it going? It's Ch.2 going live with Higurashi When They Cry. Chapter 2. What? Hey, Astel. How's it going? My face? And I worship your face? That's weird. Yeah, how's it going, Aspel? But yeah, Higurashi When They Cry. Chapter 2. Watanagashi. I'm excited. So technically it's after midnight. We said a midnight stream, so it's happening. Yeah, I think we've configured everything. Strike that, I was wrong. I'm pretty sure we have these settings throughout. So yeah, we'll just keep that. Also, I we're not gonna, I didn't download the mod for voice acting. I think we're just gonna keep it the way it is. Right off the bat, the wheels are going off the cart. W. Hey, Gus, how's it going? What do you mean the wheels are coming off the cart? Oh, man. Because I streamed at 12:30 instead of midnight. It's fine. I decided to, you know, be fresh. Get refreshed before this. You? My face? What about my face? It's my face. That's me. But yeah, I'm excited for this. So this chapter is going to explore a different part of the story. KKK. What? It's going to explore the history of Hinamizawa, according to the after cast meetup thing. So, I'm intrigued. See how this works out. But yeah, I still know nothing about this game. Here's what we know. We know there's a curse. Maybe there's not a curse. Maybe it's people. I don't know. There's something going on. Definitely slept today, but I don't remember when. You don't? Greetings from VC men? VC? Where's that? I thought you were from Brazil, that spell. Or is it the auto translate that's doing that? I don't know. But at least you got sleep, right, Gus? That's a good thing. Yeah. We know there's a curse. Maybe it's not a curse. I don't know. Something freaky is going on. Ready to mute VOD? Sounds good, Effie. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not... Well, right. Whoops. I was talking about story. Whoops. Okay, I'm muted. Okay, sounds good. Enjoy. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Yeah. So Effie, by the way, is going to be playing Chapter 1 in about 9 hours? The power of the Effie lurk. It's amazing. I think it's, yeah, in about 9 hours. Less than 9 hours now. Asterisk Effie. Oh, you spelled it wrong. No, I see. So yeah, go check them out in about less than an hour. I think I'm gonna stop at 8:30 because I want to get like prepared beforehand. You know, it's my face again. So, but yeah, the goal for today is to get like at least halfway, so that way tomorrow I could stop at like. So that way tomorrow I just finish it before stuff has to happen, because Friday we have things. So I guess let's get this started. Okay. That's weird. Remember to take breaks and drink lots of water? Of course. Watanagashi. Let me do that. And that. Watanagashi, the most possibilities. How was your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or a conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seems seeming suspicious. Here at last, it is no surprise attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. Its difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but is extremely vicious. What? So wait, what does it mean by difficulty? There's no... Oh, okay. Maybe that's the laughter that Effie was talking about. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and could not accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I'm the one who cast you into the desert. Federica Berncastel. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, organizations is entirely coincidental. AD 1983, the early summer of the 58th century of the Showa era. Higurashi. When to cry. Did I turn off my phone? It did. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Let me do a quick save. Just so we always have that. Also, save and load? Okay, so we don't keep the saves. Okay, that's fine. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep, back to sleep. Terror? There's some terror afoot. So wait. Keiichi, are you awake? You have a phone call. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Phone call? I sprung up out of bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. So, wait, but... Okay. No, just play it, because... He's awake, I'll put him on right now. My mother informed the person on the other end of the line. Hello? It's me. Who might this be? Morning, Keiichi-kun. You're such a sleepyhead, such a sleepyhead. Oh, Rena, what's up, calling so early in the morning? I don't think it's so early, it's the middle of the day, you know? It was 11 o'clock. Guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. So what's up? Hold on a second. I'll put Mi-chan on now. Ohayo, Kei-chan? If I were to say it in English, that'd be good morning. While we're at it, let me lower the volume. Why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German, and Russian as well? Ni hao, Kei-chan. Guten Morgen, Kei-chan. Russian? Das Vidanya? How the hell should I know? Wahahaha. Well, whatever. This stupid conversation has woken me up. Wow, what a jerk. That's good to hear. So, Kei-chan, you feel free right now? You free right now? If you're good, then we've got everybody. Everybody? Did she mean all the club members? That's right. You might be thinking every day always ends in a heated competition, but at least I can spend my day off peacefully. You're too naive, Kei-chan. Yeah. The aim of our club is to find the best solution for every situation. In other words, we don't care if it's the weekend. Oh, it looks like Kei-chan has come to understand our club. So how about it? Can you come? Good to see Keiichi survive Chapter 1, right? What's going on right now? Also, hey Dirt. I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? It's not like I plan on doing anything. And if I said no, you'd probably just declare me the loser by default and force a penalty game on me anyways. Translate for me, I'm Brazilian? I can't. Sorry. You just have to get the game for yourself. I don't know if is there a Brazilian language version of this game? Probably. Like a mod or something. What? If you understand that much, then you can't refuse, right? If you're okay with it, then meet at the usual place at 1 o'clock. We're going to town, so bring your bike, okay? So where are we in the timeline? Club activities in town? Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there was no way this wasn't going to be intense. I'm holding a pretty big grudge from that narrow loss a couple days ago. I'll say right now, I'm not going to lose. A couple days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromising poker match. Poker? It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until all the points were tallied. In the end, I won by only 1 chip. What? Mion came in second. Damn it. To think if I hadn't squandered that 1 chip, Mion lamented thus, perhaps more so than the fact she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. Translating this to Brazilian, the first chapter was basically like Keiichi was Brazil and Hinomaza was the 2014 FIFA World Cup semifinals. Oh god. Is that the Brazil versus Germany? So, does she mean for today to be a grudge match? Yep. Poor Brazil. Bring it on. Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play that penalty game. Make sure you play in a way that you won't regret it when you lose. Wouldn't have it any other way. It'll make it all the more better when I crush you. After that, we exchanged gears for a bit before hanging up the phone. As I headed back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down. Hold on. So we're just going to town, right? Okay. Still have no idea where in the time we are. Or what's going on. Okay, Chi, you seem like you're in a good mood. Heading out? Something like that. I'm going in town to play with everybody. Take care. Watch out for traffic. Be back before dinner. Yeah, I'll be back by then. After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go. I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Keiichi-kun, you're late. Ah, sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Where are Satoko and Rika-chan? So this is after that. Well, right, he met them before, right? Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town. Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side past the school. Oh yeah, what's up with doing club activities in town? Can't be that everybody's gonna put on masks and rob banks all day, is it? Wouldn't mind doing that. Even then, I wouldn't lose to you. You see, Mi-chan always tells me the routes and schedules of the armored bank cars. What? I wonder why. What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that. Seriously, Mion? Ren, what are you saying? Sorry, Mi-chan, sorry. Two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today. Hey, you two. Satoko and Rika-chan are waiting for us, aren't they? Let's stop fooling around and get going. Around and around, floating about like two fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wish I could just keep watching them like this. But the five of us together would be absolutely more fun. That's right. Well then, let's go. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Once we split the loot, everybody scram! Yeah! They're playing... what was that? Cash grab mode from Call of Duty? The three of us on our bikes... I guess it's payday also. Three of us on our bikes headed over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. The view expanded as Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here though, it's quite a hassle. So I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Okinomiya itself for that matter. The street where we were headed down today was of course unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the station. This is the first time I've been this way. Around here, there's lots of things, like arcades and toy stores. Mi-chan knows a lot about it. So there's an arcade? I used to go to one pretty often. And the gamer's blood roils within me. Always going to arcade? Kei-chan, you're quite the delinquent. Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is. It's a good one. It's got a few machines. It seemed like the town of Okonomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? No, it was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seemed like your everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves. Could it be that store is having some sort of event today? Street Fighter tournament. Exactly. Top prize is 50,000 yen? $500? 50,000? What the heck is that? That's the GMP of the People's Republic of Keiichi 5 times over. Two cute figures messing about the front of the store and notice us and wave their hands. Oh hey. I was like, are those new outfits? No, right? Hello everybody. We've been waiting for you. Good morning. Hey. Morning, Rika-chan. Satoko, we'll settle this before the cops get here. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Huh? Keiichi-san, I have no idea what you're talking about. Just casual talk about bank robbery. Are we late? Did we keep you two waiting? We finished early today, so we've been waiting a while. I'm sorry about that. Kei-chan here was taking his sweet time. Well, if it was Keiichi's fault, it couldn't be helped. Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy? Of course. Who else but Keiichi-san could fill this important role? Ho 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 ho. I don't like being cast like that. If you think that this will solve everything, you're sorely mistaken. I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Smack, 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 smack. Jesus. Kei is bullying me. Where? It's such a shame that Keiichi's bullying you. Jesus. Satoko's crying. She's crying. I'm taking her home. Your big sis here, take care of the bad guy, okay? Wham! Rena ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face, while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I laid sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine. Yep. This is the way things are supposed to be solved. Although, I think we should find a new punchline before we start losing teeth. Well then, upsie daisy, this is fine. In any case, the greeting for today went well. This is totally fine. Inside the toy shop, there are about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently they all knew Mion, and finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with cheers a few at a time. Michan is a regular at this toy shop, so she has a lot of friends. A regular at a toy shop? What's up with that? Well, because she collects games, right? Hey, Keiichi-san, take a look back here. Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of birthday party. I realized it immediately. It couldn't be. This is the venue for today's club activities. Surprise, Kei-chan? I'm good friends with the owner here. He sometimes lets me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base. Expand his customer base? I see. Meaning all the boys livening up the place were participants? That's right. Normally it's just us 5, but today we're gonna play with lots and lots of people. Rena was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern. Keiichi-san, I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh? Well then why don't you try saying it? Together, okay? 1, 2... These are all enemies. Satoko's voice and mine blend together in harmony. Enemies? Keiichi has no allies. We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was 50,000 yen. My eyes lit up like a flame. Hey, Kei-chan. Looks like today will be fun. Well, no matter how many more rivals I have, the goal is still the same. Rivals? Sigh, Kei-chan. Do you think a whale keeps track of all the krill it eats? She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive glint in her eyes reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Mion. She's as serious as she can get today. I'm not the only one who's serious. Take a look at Rika-chan. Mion pointed, looking at where her finger directed me. What the heck is that? Oh. Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasantness. I'm also going to do my best. Go for it, yay! Go for it, yay! Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store has been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn, she's already chomping at the bit. It seems like today's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do my best. How... It seemed that Rena was also unusually fired up by the large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. In Rena's case, the real fun starts when her tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this was the state in which she was the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like I'm speaking like Christopher Walken. It was like business as usual with her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind. Damn it, Mion. Throwing away her honor and humanity like that? She's serious. Ch.2, didn't you know? The 50,000 yen prize is from Mion-san's own pockets. What? She was putting out the 50,000 yen all by herself? At that moment, the dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear. Oh? Hmm? What is it, Kei-chan? Is there something on my face? What? Eat. A shiver crept up my spine. That Mion, cornering herself like that. She was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. Damn it, my knees are shaking like crazy. She gonna do the high thing? Or not? Okay. Monka S question mark. Yeah. It's a little interesting. Also, new song. Before I realized it, the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win. You couldn't ask for a better stage than this. This is getting interesting. Keiichi-kun, let's do our best, okay? Do our best. How... She didn't really say how that much towards the end of the first chapter. Rena was already fully charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Rena in her cute mode. Definitely didn't want to fight her, if possible. Rika-chan, do your best. We're all cheering you on. Okay. I'll do my best. Rika-chan, who is exuding way too much charm no matter how we looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Like Rena, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it. We'll talk about it later. Of course, the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion-san. I've been lucky to even leave alive more than a few times at the end of club activities, but I don't think there was a day that even came close to being this dangerous. Mion-san seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker match a few days back, you know? Seems that way. In other words, today is just an elaborate stage for her revenge. Oh. Well, that's a smug face. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message. You guys just figured that out now? It wasn't just Mion. Both Rena and Rika-chan were more pumped up than they'd ever been. Yeah. One's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there will be casualties. It seems that somehow Keiichi-san and I are the only ones left. What do you think? Should we not have our match during the opening round? Might as well. I need to warm up before I can really kick it into gear. The diss. Okay, alright, the music again. My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it, began to freeze. I could almost see the flames backlighting Satoko with their intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask. What? Heh, you must really want to eliminate me in the opening round. You can't hide that murderous intent. Oh, that's too bad. You're being uncharacteristically cautious today, Keiichi-san. Oh ho ho. Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought with Satoko during the opening round, my loss would be more certain than if I went against Mion. A pitch black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Do they all want to win that 50,000 yen prize that much? No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. That was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal was always the very top of the mountain. The intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told Mion in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin. Is everybody ready? Listen close now. Mion began with the formalities, standing in for the owner, and explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There is no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There are 15 people participating. We are to split up into 5 groups via draw, and each group would have 1 winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next in order to compete in the final. Now, as for how each group will compete, each table can decide to play whatever they want. As long as the game is here in the shop, anything goes. Already in club mode, DEFCON 1 didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed. Mion, can I ask a question? Won't everybody push to play a game they're good at, and not be able to agree on which one? How? That's right. If you can't decide, you can't start. Spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to their opponent's suggestion. I'd prefer if you were all good sports and managed to come to a decision on your own, but if it comes to a stalemate, should we have the store's owner decide for you? It was an event at a toy store after all. We'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued, and then with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at. A rather nice proposition for the store. That's fair. First, we use a draw to split into 5 groups. Everybody lined up, single file, began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush him. At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye. Of course, I'm sure you already know, but club members will have a separate penalty game than the casual participants. Heh, I thought as much. What's the gist of it? The winner gets to give the losers 1 order each. Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on parading me around Namizawa in cat ears and a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time, it wasn't just the person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game. The losers get 1 order each. In other words, even if you don't finish last, you still have to do a penalty game. That'd be the case. What about if there's no winner? Like if all the club members drop out midway through? Haha. Kei-chan, are you alright in the head? What? The look in Mion's eye became that of a lion baring its fangs. How exactly are the elite members of our club going to lose to some mewling newborns? K-chan, don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become. You just wait and see. I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Mion. I'll show you. We shall meet in the finals. Mion's condescending expression is great. Yeah. So smug. The results of the draw were enough to make you cry conspiracy. All the members of the club were nicely divvied up amongst the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was that random? The thought that I was already caught in Mion's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their ticket. The competition at my table was these 2, huh? They look younger than me. Huh? Aren't you 2 classmates of mine? Oh, hi. I'm Tomita. This is Okamura. Okamura-kun greeted me by nodding his head. So my opening round was to be against my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky. Time to destroy them without mercy. Alright then, everybody. Please decide on your games and start. With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my 2 classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at. Sorry, they're all games I don't know. Could you pick something a little more well-known? Of course, they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. Didn't they play that before? Quite the vintage we have here. Or was it Millionaire? Devious. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That damn shop owner. Was he using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell? I know this one. You guys do too, right? Spin the wheel and head to the goal. Whoever has the most money after we liquidate our assets is the winner. The 2 nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game progressed a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Celebrate the birth of your child. Receive 5,000 from everybody. Sorry. Okay, I built a bit of a lead. But is it like life? Okay, yeah, it's a game of life. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonus. Receive 100,000 from the bank. What? The tables return in an instant. 1, 2, 3. Proceed to the corporate ladder course. Whoa, that's a good rap. It seemed like only my piece was landing on the steady spaces. I had doubts as to why Mion didn't bring out board games for club activities, but that reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right. I had only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck. RNG! What could I possibly do to make sure I ended up in first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. How are the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Mion's table was... what? They weren't doing anything. Had they still not decided on the game? Plus RNG. This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Mion was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice she brought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It couldn't be. She'd already finished? What game was it? That easily? It's probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started and her 2 components were already beyond the course. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? I don't know. RNG. Then what about Rena's table? The spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like their game was Karuta. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Rena tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game? Then I'll read it out. The dog gets tired on a walk. Oh, bam. What? At the same instant, the shop owner began sending out the words. The card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth. Impossible. Where did it go? It was against Rena's cheek. She was rubbing it there. Oh, so cute. I'm taking it home. Looking at the card Rena was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Karuta, with rather cute moe illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. What? With those types of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Of all people to play that game, it had to be Rena. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier. It's over. Neon smiled coolly, saying no further reason to keep watching. She turned back. So cute, so cute. Even if Rena wins, I'll still buy these cards. I'm taking them home. How? After that, the second the card started being read out. Bam, bam. Such decisive sounds echoed. She's too fast. Well then, how about Satoko? Oh, she was playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on Satoko's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of a match can run away as the winner. The cards still in play had decreased. If you memorize the cards that have been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. I don't think I'm not unfamiliar with this game. Satoko probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match will be decided. Apology. Sorry. I know the game is memory? Memory? Is that where all the cards are like face down and then you just, you know, like in Mario? Super Mario 3? And then you just pick one and then try to get as many pairs? Or is it different? Hojo. Sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money. Don't hate me for this. Wonder where my water went. This guy. Yeah, you have to find pairs. Okay, gotcha. So maybe I played it. Well, I mean, besides, yeah, Mario. This guy. Did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed. It's over. I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? No way. The Ace of Hearts should have been here. There was a commotion at Satoko's table as the shout rang out. As the shout rang out, the other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. Humph. That's how it is. If his opponent wasn't Satoko, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Satoko, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over. Keiichi-san, you still haven't finished your match? You have no sense for these things. What a refined tone of voice reserved for only winners, Satoko called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out a victory. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The roles of winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know his role had already been assigned. Nice work there, setting up a farce of a trap with the Ace of Hearts. My opponent only walked into one of my traps. Even then, one was more than enough. Satoko is a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough? Huh, ain't that cool. The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Oh right, how is Rika-chan doing? How is our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in that corner, the mood at the table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was... You know that battery-powered fishing game? Maybe? The one where the fish opened up and closed their mouths as they rotated on the platform, and used a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up? That old thing? Can't say I've played it. It seemed they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive. Wow, I caught one. You're so good. Rika-chan, you're good at this. Oh my, she caught another one. Rika-chan is really good at this. I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents along with the onlookers before the matches had even begun, but brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club. It's Rika-chan's total victory. Total victory. Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she? What? Rika-chan is trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard. This is a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do. Yeah, masterful technique. Nabara-san, it's your turn. Oh, sorry. Guess it is. 1, 2. Fine for tax evasion. Pay $50,000. In contrast, my game, what an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing. Huh? Ch.2, could it be you're struggling? You're struggling? Okamura. Right now, how much money do you have? Okamura, who had run lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills. About 180,000, I guess. How much money do you have, Tomita? I have 880,000. So close enough to turn this around. Those two, look, they would easily surpass $1 million. Well, Kei-chan, how much do you have? Mion's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president. It can't be helped. There's no strategy involved other than spinning the wheel in this game. How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close their eyes and count to 100 while I rig the wheel? You know there's no way I can do that. Rika-chan gently pet my head. Still, she wasn't too happy. How pathetic. At one point I thought you'd be a worthy adversary. I've been utterly disillusioned. Don't give up, Keiichi-kun. There has to be some way to make a comeback. Do your best. Right till the end. Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right, Mion? He's playing on the billion-dollar space or something. Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word. Hey, me. It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself. I'm disappointed. Everybody was serious about this, but Kei-chan was the only one who wasn't. What do you mean by serious? Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? How can I do that? If you were serious about it, you would have sold this game 10 seconds from when you started. What? Mi-chan, you don't have to get so angry. Wait. Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation with the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it, are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have sold this game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious? Everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because it wasn't serious? Ugh. Shall we continue the game? The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence. Hey, Barakun, should I take that to mean you're giving up? The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. That moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you! Bamf! I clamped my hands on the shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling me closer. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, let's make a deal. Let me win. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I just said, or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused. Hey, Mibara-san, no violence. Let's settle this game properly. Just listen to what I have to say. What is it you guys want? The 50,000 yen prize? Oh, of course. Winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even supposing you win, what are you going to do with that money? How are you going to enjoy it? Two of them considered it briefly. Buy a new game or something? Snacks? Maybe some juice? That's petty. So petty. Are you guys stupid? Then how will you enjoy it if you win, Mibara-san? Me? That's the point. Just shut up and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around. First of all, Tomita-kun. He likes Toko, right? Don't deny it. Next, Okamura-kun. You like Rika, right? Don't turn red. I drew the two of them, red-faced, unconscious of whether anybody else heard what I just said, even closer. Lollies. Moe. Pretty girls. What men covet. What men dream about. It's like an unreached Garden of Eden. Even then, you'd still aim for it, wouldn't you? That's because their passionate souls scream for Moe. That sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more power. Tomita-kun, if I win, I'll make Toko wear a collar and be your little sister for a day. Psh! A red fountain spewed from both of Tomita-kun's nostrils. Also, Okamura-kun, I'll put cat ears on Rika-chan, let you take her out for a walk on a leash. Jesus. Psh! Blood erupted from the vein in Okamura-kun's forehead. Don't be shy. Just pretend I forced you to go along with me. You two are simply sacrifices to Mibara-senpai's whims. You can pretend to be against it. I understand, I know everything that your hearts desire. Then, I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice. My school life was very bleak. I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your lives. So, to you, my juniors, I don't want you to live your lives like that. Be honest with yourselves. Chase your dreams. Fulfill them. I'll fulfill them for you. I will. Believe in the me that believes in you. It was this moment that the values of men bridge generations. Just the best senpai. Mibara-san. Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never. There was no way there was. That's because in a man's lifetime, you only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time was being experienced right this moment with these two. It's fine then? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Game over. It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit, and all the spectators certain of my loss. Keiichi-san, what happened? Who won? It was my complete victory. What did you say? Exactly how did you overcome that situation? There's no need to explain what happened. It was a gentleman's agreement. Right, guys? Yes, sir. 2 of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during those 3 minutes that the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage? You did it! You did it, Ch.2. Yay! The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy. Is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle. What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know? There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd and couldn't help but be excited. Out of the corner of my eye, now fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh. So this is what it means for me to be serious. Mion. Humph. You took your sweet time. Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in a most unsightly fashion. With this, all the club members have cleared the first round then. Which means, this time, it's a match against everybody. A match! I've already decided what I'm gonna buy with the prize money. That's only natural, right? Satoko and Reina smiled, sneered at each other. Humph, these guys. Do they really think they can win against Keiichi Mibara when he gets serious? Mion, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have offered me advice just now. What a mewling newborn you are. You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me. Mion, light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed. What are we doing, Michan? How are the five of us going to face off? How? Well now. We have such a splendid lineup. It would be a waste to rush things. Me is saying something complicated again. It couldn't be. Why you? Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape, as she turned her back to the table. As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sonozaki, will reserve judgment for now. The method and time are yet undecided. The more spectators, the better. It should be in front of everybody from Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. By then, we'll know the best way to finally settle things. Are you running away from this? This is too unfair, even for you, Mion-san. You newborn. Do you still not realize what has happened? The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satoko's advance. We'll meet again. Prepare yourself for your inevitable defeat. With a shrill laugh, Mion left the star. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. That new guy, Mibara, he's got some strange power. Turn the tables in an instant. Mibara-san, you gotta win. Yeah, dunk someone like Mion headfirst into the river Styx for ya. The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's gonna win anyways. She's the undefeated empress. I'm betting on Mion. Now it's gonna be Rena with that ungodly speed. Satoko the trap artist. Rika the siren. Maybe a long shot, but it'll be Mibara. However, right now I had no ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that, I wasn't gonna forgive Mion. Outside of the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off. Don't run away, Mion. If you're the club president, don't run. Fight me. Sorry, Kei-chan. Right now, I've got to get to my part-time job. Did she always have a part-time job? Huh. Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions until I was doing the splits. Yeah, while you were playing your game, Michan received a phone call. It's too bad. This is getting good too. Not our lucky day. They're getting crushed at the sale over at my uncle's store. They don't have enough people to work the registers, so they called me for help. Oh yeah, she does, right. It's an uncle's shop. When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something? It's just a small store, but whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm in like a locust. Don't they have any common sense? Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen, limit 1 per customer. I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Neon right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right. Club mode was over now. But it was really heated today. It really was fun. Damn Neon. She really knows how to fire people up. Me too. I got so fired up my head started to tingle. Especially K-chan. That was scary. Thought he was gonna eat me alive there. It's worked, so I guess there's nothing you can do, but it really is too bad. I really want to continue this some other time. Anytime is good. How about we do it at the Watanagashi festival? So it's before the festival. Okay. But wait, wasn't it like only a couple days? Huh. The Cotton Drifting 5-Demon firefight? That's right. I'll think about it. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Neon talking about? Watanagashi festival? Cotton Drifting 5-Demon what? Haha. I love it when things turn out all over the top and manga-like. It'd be nice if we could have another thrilling club activity like this soon. She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us? Thank you everybody for today. Thanks to you, the event went really well. It's not much, but here's a little something for you guys. Hey, Uncle Yoshiro. Isn't there a little something for me too? My. Quite an adorable one, is it not? Once Toko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside. Wow, they're so cute. Can I take them home? I really can? Which means there's something for me too? Oh, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you used to play house. And his eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. So Toko was the same, and Rika-chan too? Ahaha, K-chan got the one that fits him the least. How do I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty. I can admit it's adorable, but a doll with changeable clothes is eh. If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow. Definitely. Neon didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Neon was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Brenna instead. Huh? You're giving it to me? To Rena? Thank you. Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rena, then walking the streets at night would be scary. Haha. No doubt, no doubt. Thought about giving it to Neon, but it just didn't feel right. You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. It's better that you're a girl. If you were a boy, I would have killed you already. What? You should kill me while you still can. What? If you don't, K-chan, you might not live to regret it. Neon laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily along with her. Ask God to make you a boy in your next life. I'll also have him make me a boy. Then together, the two of us will start taking over the country as a warm-up. Neon-chan, if you don't get going soon, the shop owner told her meekly. A lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things. Later then. Today was really fun. I'll see you later, guys. Tomorrow at school. So it's Sunday. Don't be late for work. Everybody waved their hands and watched as Neon left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting, and the breeze carried a hint of chill. Should we play for a bit more in town? Or should we go home? The road gets scary when it's dark. And I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today. We sure did. Okay, let's go home. The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind. Oh, that's right. Rena-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you? When Rena gets like that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her. It was because the cards were so cute. See? I bought them. How? Riko was the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win. How much was calculated and how much was natural? I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future. Stoko-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was really exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Ho 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 ho. Keiichi, you also showed your fangs at the end there. Hmm? Well, I guess. I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered. Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? You made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okamura. It's probably a secret. A secret? A secret? How? I wonder what it is, I wonder. Sometimes for a man, there are times we can only understand one another by fighting. Wahahaha. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents, and reflected on how fun today was. Everybody look! The sunset is beautiful. Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed, winning where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. That's the end of that chapter, or part, first half. Still no achievement yet, so we're still in the prologue. Oh, okay, no, that's the chapter. Who's Mion's uncle? Game Masters. Oh hey, it's Life. Yeah, cool. So let me check something. Okay. Move that over there. Oh hey, Quinn's Life. Right, I forgot to throw up the lurks. Let's go ahead and do that. Close that one. It's already 1:30? Damn. That was a long 1 hour. Right, we did start at 12:30. It's true. Alright. That. New tips. This music still. Who's Mion's uncle? Yep. Sorry. I suddenly got called into my part-time job at my uncle's shop today. What's that? No club today then? Well, sorry. Mion put her hands together in an apology and grinned. If you really want to do club today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full with games. You can pick whatever. The club locker was the trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, there was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes, for punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, they would definitely fill the entire classroom. No, we shouldn't. I get the feeling that if I mess around in that locker, everything inside will come tumbling down on me. Tumbling down? Ha. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this. Hehehe. Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president. Me. The teacher is looking for the key to the gym storehouse. Do you have any idea where it could be? Eh? Did I not return it to the teacher's lounge? Mion said, feeling about it in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket. I knew you had it, Mion-san. I knew beyond a shadow of doubt that you simply must have been the one who had it. I was right, too. Satoko and I were both right. Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration. You're annoying. Just slap clap. Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in the heads, then headed for the teacher's lounge. Oh right. Were you too hurt? Mion has a part-time job, and that's why she's not coming to the club. Oh, is that so? That's so very droll of her. Me. Two of them made disappointed faces. Whatever anyone said, Mion's club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. So Mion's got a part-time job. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion canceled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She'd go 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go at all for a while. Sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job. She isn't working at any one shop or anything. She isn't? Does that mean she's a day laborer? Mion, wearing his socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing. Mion-san helps her uncles out whenever their employees go on vacations. She's like a handyman. I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place, I think I've heard about that before. She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mia's in very high demand. She has a lot of uncles who own shops. A lot of them? Oh, you were unaware, Keiichi-san? There are many relatives of Mion-san in Okonomiya who run their own stores. Huh? I didn't know that. So they're all different kinds? Yes. There's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop, and many others besides. That toy store we went to for the club the other day is one of them. That's why she said uncle. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing! Is Mion's family blessed with some kind of crazy business sense? They run so many different things, it's kind of amazing. There are others, like a loan shark, a land shark, a strip club, and a brothel. What I'm saying is they do lots of things. Okay. A couple of weird things came up that time, but still. I could tell it was pretty extensive. So the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you is because the blood of loan sharks runs through her veins, huh? That explains that. Once, I completely forgot to pay me back for money she gave me to go shopping. And she threatened me, saying that if I didn't return it at all, she'd throw me into the red light district and that would be the end of me. Rika-chan being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Ah, crap. My nosebleed. Dying by being thrown on the ground must be the silliest form of death I've ever heard of. Thrown on the ground? Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently she seems so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head. Why are you petting me? We're petting you because you're a good girl, Satoko. Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand what was being made fun of. So wait. So this is before... Right, after the festival, it was like 3 days before he died? It was something like that, right? Because the day after is when Oishi-san came by and told him about Jiro. Tokitake. And then that's when Rena starts going crazy with the lies. And then the following day was... Is that the same day? It might be close to a week. Oh, it's a week? Because I forget if that's the same day when she goes to the house and stands outside the door for an hour. And then there's another day, and the parents leave. And then on that next day is when... So maybe it's like 4 days, 5 days. Because there's also the lunch with Oishi-san. So... Is that the same day? Because then there's the Mion and Rena, and then there's Rena Fingernail, and then there's something like 4 to 5 days. Yeah. I don't know. I'm so curious. Let's go and save. It's chapter 1. There's a chapter select once you finish in each game that numbers days, but I don't know how accurate it is. Okay. So we can check it out. After, at the end of the day, or something. Okay. Alright, I do remember unlocking that. Okay. I think we're good to proceed. Chapter 2. Saw that there's 15 achievements for this one, rather than 14. So maybe 14 chapters? Or no? No, 13 chapters. I wonder why afternoons always make you feel sleepy like this. Mion spoke in a voice that went so far as to make whoever heard it lethargic. You want a medical explanation for his sleepiness? I could say it, but it'll just make you more sleepy. Gah, spare me. It was almost 3 o'clock. 6th period was almost over. By the way, Satoko and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school day after 5th period, so they were probably running around the schoolyard right now. I could hear their joy-filled voices coming from there right now. Oh, what I would give to be able to join them. Michan, you're the class representative, so you have to try harder. No going to sleep. You see, rather than the class representative, I'd rather be the president of the boxing club. I get to sleep a lot. Huh? What makes you think that? At the boxing gym, they're always hitting the sack. Get it? Bam. Because every time I finish one, I'd look over it and refuse to believe there have been as many days. It's just... okay. I'll have to see. Yeah, because all he did was just do the after Cass meetup, right? The teacher cackled as she hit the back of Mion's head with the corner of her textbook. That's all from me. I'll leave it at that for today. Representative, please direct the class. Everybody stand up. At attention. Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again the moment she heard her class was over. Must be delightful to be that shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of the odd rules we had as a mixed grade school. When the new class was over, Satoko and Rika-chan returned to the classroom. Good work today. Alright, it's time for happy fun club activities. Yeah, that's right. What should we do today? Hey, Mi-chan, why don't we continue what we started yesterday? Yes, we should do that. To have it end like that when things were getting good, I won't accept it. Now, I know how you feel, but let's save that for another time. Something like that shouldn't be done somewhere dinky like in a classroom after school, but a grander stage. I'm down, whatever. But some of the younger guys said they'd watch me in the finals, so let me know ahead of time. Whoa, H-kun, you're amazing. There's people cheering you on. I wonder if there's anybody cheering on Rena. Couldn't help but watch as Rena entered her pining maiden mode. I'm not gonna pull any punches, but I'll pray for your victory, Rena. With a saccharine, cagey brand smile, I ruffled Rena's hair roughly. What? How? Cage-kun, what are you? How? Rena turned bright red and short-circuited, smoke billowing from both her ears. Gazing through her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Rena and skipping through a flower bed was reflected there. Even if it was in somebody else's imagination, it was terribly troubling. Meet Keiichi, the Rena killer. When Rika-chan said that, everyone burst out laughing at once. She's not wrong. That Rena is the Satoko and Rika-chan killer, though. What? It may be true that we can't win against Rena, but we won't lose to Keiichi. Oh, this is becoming a pretty interesting relationship map. Our strengths kind of interact like in rock paper scissors. But that doesn't include Mion, does it? Of course not. Doesn't matter who it is, I won't lose. Mion leered with the gaze befitting of a club president. No, befitting of an empress. The mood in the room became more lively. It was as good a moment as any to get started. Oh no, let's get started, nice and easy. Yeah, so then, Mi-chan, what shall we do today? Mion let out a small introduction as she rummaged through the so-called club locker. Every time I look, there's always a ton of things crammed in there. Everything that's jammed in that locker is a game of some kind, you know? On top of that, things used for penalty games like cat ears and collars were kept in there. The capacity of that thing is unfathomable. That locker, maybe it actually extended through the wall into the 4th dimension. That's my theory anyways. If not that, then how else could you explain how someone could put out item after item? After Mion touched her hand to her chin briefly in thought, she turned around without pulling out any games. Why don't we try and keep it a bit simple today? Playing games that require lots of pieces all the time can be a little bland, right? It doesn't matter what game it is. If everybody plays together, we can have fun. Yeah, that's right. Ren and I both expressed our agreement. I feel the same way. With this group, there's no doubt, even if we're pulling weeds from the school grounds, it would be fun. That wouldn't be fun for me. Pulling weeds or whatever. Oh, that's right, isn't it? By the way, Satoko, could you stop reading people's minds by looking at their expressions? Whatever you're thinking is always written all over your face, so I always know right away. Sluggard. I've always been told that, but ever since I transferred, it seems like it's been especially bad. So Rena can read faces. I need to develop a poker face, or I could be in for a rough time. Alright, everybody, pay attention. I'm gonna explain the rules. We all immediately cut the idle chatter and put on stern expressions. In no time at all, everybody's gaze focused like a tiger or a shark listening intently. That's right. From the point where the rules are explained, the match has already begun. Today's game is probably better known as a party game. It's called Sympathy. Has anybody heard of it before? Nope. Sympathy. It means to share someone's feelings, right? Huh. Maybe I might know this. Mi-chan, maybe it's a game where we choose a topic and everybody writes down the first word that comes to mind. And the more people who share the same answers, the more points are awarded. Very interesting. I'm just re-establishing my presence, but I'm hella effing lurking. It's all good, Gus. Thanks for letting me know that you're still around. And the more people, in that case, Rena knows about it. I remember. I recall playing a game like that in grade school while we were on the bus during field trip. I should just wait until this icon pops up before, because then I just lose track. I'm not familiar with this game. I would like an explanation. First of all, we have the leader to choose the topic. For example, if they choose this dessert. Dessert? Satoko-chan, when somebody says dessert, what's the first thing you think of? Let's see here. Pudding or something. Okay, in that case, Satoko, you would write down pudding on your memo pad. Then, everybody reveals their answer at the same time. If there's 2 or more people who wrote down pudding, they get points. The more people who write down the same answer, the more points are awarded. So if everybody writes down the same answer, that's a max of 5 points. Now, just write down pie. In other words, the trick is to think so that what you write down is the same answer as everybody else. It was exactly as Rika-chan said. And the point of this game was to think of it in a way so they have the same answer as everybody else. For example, even if you heard the word dessert, you immediately thought of strawberry sundae. If your answer doesn't match up with everybody else, you don't get any points. That's why you have to hold off on that answer and change to one that seems like one everybody else would choose. The key becomes not what you think yourself, but being able to predict what everybody else would answer. It's a very high-level intellectual game. Me, for Satoko's sake, let's start practicing for one round. Okay. For this round, we'll see. Seeing as I'm club president, the leader will be me, alright? The topic can be something random. Taking out her literature textbook, she began flipping to a random page. Alright then, this is the only practice round. The first topic is shaved ice. I don't know. Bubblegum? Bubblegum flavor? Raspa? When you say shaved ice, there's only one answer, isn't there? Among the standard flavors of shaved ice, there's strawberry, melon, and blue Hawaii. The most popular amongst those is obviously melon. I think we'll get cherry or grape. Mostly around. Oh no, they get limonada. Right, lemonade. Everyone write down an answer. Then everybody shows theirs at the same time, okay? Ready, go. Strawberry. Melon. Uji Gintoki. Strawberry. Strawberry. What? I'm the only one with melon? You guys, don't go doing something so mundane as picking strawberry as a standard. Hey Rena, would you actually order strawberry shaved ice? The first thing that always sells out at the summer festivals is always melon, isn't it? Rena also likes melon flavor. But really, it's all about the strawberry, right? Right? I like cherry more. K-chan, if I was to pick, I would actually choose melon. You see, this is a word association game. If somebody says shaved ice, the first thing you think of is strawberry. I'm still not entirely convinced, but in any case, it's this type of game. Rika, what exactly did you write? Is that a type of shaved ice? It's Uji Gintoki. It's incredibly delicious, you know. Well, might be delicious, sure, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Still, that's a pretty refined choice. Satoko, does this help you get a good idea? There are 3 people who wrote down strawberry, so those people get 3 points. We complete to see who can get the most. Yeah, I've got it. More importantly, Mio-san, what shall we do about today's penalty game? How? There's gonna be one after all. What will it be? What will it be? What should it be? Smug face. K-chan, you have a suggestion? What? For the penalty game? When I was in elementary school and there was a penalty game, yeah? It can only be theft. Schlepping. Schlepping? In other words, that thing where the loser has to carry around everybody else's baggage. Happened often to the boys. Elementary school kids walking around completely covered in backpacks. You see that a lot. But how will we do that? Satoko-chan and Rika-chan's houses are the complete opposite direction from ours. Then how about the loser carries just the winner's stuff to their house? Getting everybody's stuff to their house would involve covering a pretty sizable distance. Oh yeah, just that much might be alright. Somehow today's penalty game is pretty simple. With a penalty game of this level, it wouldn't even be fun to make Keiichi-san do it. Then, shall we raise the stakes a bit? Not just playing porter. Ta-da! How about we have someone schlep stuff around just in this? But what? Why a maid outfit of all things? How? It's cute and all, but no way! But you see, what do we do if Keiichi-san loses? If we don't have a size that fits him? Oh, I didn't let that little detail get by. I have a nice XL size one prepared just for Kei-chan. So Kei-chan, are you ready? I'm gonna have you walk around as I dress up as a maid. From the headband to the garter belt, even the underwear. I've got it all prepared for you. Wow. This is insane. Why do you have every possible side of that type of thing in that locker? This is bad. Keiichi Maebara. Somehow, it's become a situation where only my failure results in an overly cruel price to pay. What if I make a mistake and lose? Don't lose, forehead. I wouldn't be able to walk around in broad daylight anymore. Oh, ma'am. About that Maebara boy. Did you hear about him? Seems like he has a penchant for cross-dressing. Oh my, really? That'd be so embarrassing, you know? Ho 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 ho. Yeah, that's way too harsh. That's just incredibly brutal. If I return this penalty to some semblance of normalcy, now is the only time. Everybody, I think we should refrain from this unwholesome penalty game. Why on the way back home from school? Do we have to be accompanied by a girl wearing a maid uniform carrying her baggage? Having them say master, while dragging them around the village in such an embarrassing outfit. Pant. Wait, why am I panting? What is this? This feeling welling up inside me. Hey, let's just make it a normal penalty game. Wait, Keiichi-kun is frozen stiff. Fool. Burning with passion, I firmly placed my hands on Rena's shoulders. Rena, there's no problem with the penalty game. I just have to win. That's right, everybody. I turned to everybody with an idiotic grin, my pearly whites flashing with a brilliant gleam. Okay, Sean, you've come around to the idea, eh? No matter what the penalty game is, there's no reason to be afraid. You just have to win. Right, everybody? Yeah. From Mion to Rika, everybody energetically thrust their fists up high. Only Rena seems somewhat undecided, standing there looking flustered. She's a little bit slow, isn't she? If she wins, even for Rena, it's quite a delectable opportunity. Hey Rena, don't you see this is a pretty big opportunity? Rika-chan, or Satoko-chan, in maid outfit, coming right to your doorstep. This is a historically great chance, isn't it? Sploosh. Rena began, spouting a fountain of blood from her nose. The look in her eyes completely changed. She shifted into keep mode. I was waiting for this, Rena. That look in her eyes. How? To my doorstep? It's not like Keiichi-kun or Mi-chan wouldn't be good too. How? Alright. Looks like everybody's prepared themselves. Get your memo pads ready. First question. Ready? Mion opened up her textbook to a random page and read out a word that caught her eye. First topic is summer break. Beach. This is yet another quite abstract keyword. Well then, let's not worry about it too much and start with something like this. Everybody good? Time to show 'em. Ready, go. On Mion's signal, everybody simultaneously held up what they wrote. Let's see, what did everybody write? Summer festival. Summer festival. Fireworks. Mosquito coils. Hanabi. Oh, Ren and I have the same answer. Alright, 2 points. But Satoko's fireworks is pretty good too. Because mosquito coil is a very nice seasonal choice as well. All the choices are quite invigorating. Sorry, what are we... wait. I guess we'll figure it out. Hold on. Oh, I guess that was Ren and I? Oh, okay. It's almost on break, isn't it? I wonder how we'll spend it this year. Invigorating words that invoke the image of summer break. Certainly things that enrich the soul. As everybody approaches the soon-to-come summer break, a plethora of dreams should be etched upon their thoughts. By the way, Keiichi-san, what did you answer? Hurry up and show us. Oh, it didn't show it. I didn't really write down anything that great. No. Showing us is part of the rules. Now come on. Stop it. Don't look. Homework. The room went silent. Nobody could really follow up that response. It's as if my impertinent answer had somehow sullied the wonderful dreams of the coming summer break. Keiichi-kun's summer breaks were never fun, were they? It's alright. I'll spend the summer this year with everybody. Feels bad, man. We won't leave you by your lonesome. Rika-chan gently petted my head. What exactly did summer break mean to me? Summer courses, observing sunflowers, practice exams, special summer focus seminars. I know nothing of hot summers, because I've always been in air-conditioned cram school. Ah, the tears, they... Feels bad, man. Kei-chan's summer breaks were always devoid of hopes and dreams, weren't they? What? Don't look at me with such pity in your eyes. Don't look at me. This game called Symphony may be more terrifying than I could ever imagine. Well, anywho, Rena and I get 2 points each. Let's keep going. Next is fish. Salmon. So it's fish. Come to think about it, I haven't eaten sushi in a while. Or tuna. Well, I already said salmon. By the way, rather than lean tuna, quite the connoisseur in things like flounder. I wonder who I'll match with this answer. Because for a Japanese person, anyone would think of this. Alright everybody, this time we'll start from mine. Ready, go. Sushi. How about that for an answer? When you see a lively fish, do you want to steam it or grill it? No, to have fresh sashimi is the epitome of cuisine. I mean, sushi is not bad. Rather than write sashimi, however, I'll choose a more amiable term in sushi. That is my cunning ploy. But contrary to the intrepid resolve in my reply, everybody's expression was listless. Oh, that's right. When you say fish, I see. Sushi is tasty, isn't it? Whoa! Stop talking to me in that consoling tone, stop it! Well then, should the rest of us show our answers? Ready, go! Dolphin, whale, aquarium. Wow. Rika and I have the same answer. That's 2 points. Rena picked whale, eh? I thought about that too, but I ended up picking dolphin. Ah, really? Rena wanted to write dolphin at first, but Rena didn't think anybody else would write it. Either one of them is very cute. Everybody, excluding me, stopped and stared blankly as their thoughts drifted over the horizon. It seems as though they can hear the roar of the open sea from over there. This means everybody has 2 points. Well, everybody but Keiichi-san. Keiichi-kun's answers were worth 0 points, but Rena thinks they are very unique and interesting. To immediately think of food when you hear the word fish. Kei-chan, you should really be ashamed of how destitute your soul is, huh? What? Don't say something like my soul is destitute. Besides, what's with me on Rena's answers anyways? Those aren't even fish. Those are mammals. Objection overruled. Next. What a horrid game this is today. As the game piles on and on, it seems as if I will be further exposed as a petty human being. I'm the only one who still hasn't earned any points. I want to at least get a point in the next round. Alright, the next topic is Sakura. So, tree? Damn it. This time I'll do it. Keep your cool, Keiichi Mibara. Don't think what you would normally think. Everybody else here is a girl. Stop thinking like a man. If you write down Sakura Mochi, here you'll only be repeating the tragedies of the past. Throw away that gastrocentric male sensibility. Just for now, think of yourself as a girl. You are a girl. You are a girl. I am a girl. Everybody finished writing? Let's do it. Keiichi-san, if you don't start getting points right now, won't it be a bit dangerous? Humph. This time is perfect. I've completely suppressed my own instincts. This time, I will have a match. No, I will make it a match. Keiichi-kun, you seem pretty confident about this one. See, this time, Rena thought like a boy, so I could match up with your answer. Sakura Mochi. Wow. Jebaited. I like them too. I wrote it down. Rena and Rika giggled together. Whoa! Now is not the time to think with your stomach. Well then, did Keiichi-san write the same answer as me? I put down Hanami. Hanami? That's right. When you say Sakura, it just has to be Hanami, right? Yeah? I wrote that down too. Mio and Sotoko's response were Hanami. Hanami. Seriously? That's the kind of event where old geezers getting drunk and doing all sorts of brave things is standard, isn't it? And why of all times did you just decide to abandon answering from the girl's point of view? Well then, Kei-chan, what sort of girly response did you write down? It's nothing. Let's move on to the next topic. Moving on. Before I knew it, Rika-chan had circled behind me as intently reading the memo I'd written behind my back. Card Master Sakura. It's written down here. Hey, alright. It's not a bad choice. I still need to watch that. It became dead quiet. Wait, was Sakura around back then? I guess so. I guess the manga. Right, it was the 90s. It's what I think of first too, to be honest. I wasn't thinking Cardcaptor Sakura. Man. I was thinking of the cherry blossom trees. Well, and then there's Naruto, right? The abrupt silence enveloped the room. It would be fine if somebody at least laughed at me, or played it off as something dumb, but nobody even flinched. The feeling in the pit of my stomach reached critical mass, causing my once blood-drained face to flush with a sudden wave of heat. Sakura can only mean Card Master Sakura, can't it? It's a super popular anime that's broadcast every week on the government-run networks. It's broken through to every demographic from little girls to grown men. Actually, now you say that, Higurashi is set in the early 80s, right? So, I thought it was a 90s cartoon. So... alternate realities, different power level worlds. I don't know, I'll have to look into it. You've seen it, haven't you? No, you've definitely seen it. Even I've seen it. Yeah, even with the forced explanation, I know about it. It's that thingy where she fights in a different costume every week, right? Yeah. I know. Yup. It's cute, isn't it? Anna sometimes browses through it at the magazine stand to keep up with the story. I saw it for the first time recently. Sakura is cool and so cheerful all the time. I like that girl who's always filming with the camcorder. Oh yeah. It's not just popular with little girls, it's also surprisingly well received by older boys, isn't it? To think that Kei-chan was one of those. Felt like I had inadvertently blurted out something unnecessary and had completely self-destructed, but that wasn't the main problem. So you all know it, don't you? Then why didn't you write it down? Sakura means Sakura Kinomoto. Sakura-tan, pen. Card Master Sakura is the right answer. Puff. Smug. Mion quietly put her hand on my shoulder. Kei-chan. Now I am certain. Kei-chan, you are to your very core a geezer. Irrevocably so. Gah, the boomer. Why is everybody looking at me with those eyes filled with pity? That's not true, Keiichi-kun. Okay, let's do our best. Here's where the comeback begins. But I mean, if he matches, someone else is gonna win. Well, I guess he can't get last place, right? There's no coming back for Keiichi-san the geezer. Now give up quietly and accept your penalty. But what was today's penalty game again? Dressing up as a maid, complete with hairband and garter belt, while carrying around the winter's stuff. Alright. If you're real members of this club, show me you won't let anybody come back from this disadvantage. Alright, let's keep it rolling. Oh. Halfway point? Or did they skip to the end? I'm gonna guess they're skipping to the end. Sort of do a walk home with Mion. Yep. Okay. Hehehe. Ahahaha. Whoa, Keiichi-kun seems happy. Why? How can this be? Ahahaha. He's probably woken to the joys of cross-dressing. Ah, Keiichi-kun, your hairband is gonna fall off. Let me fix that for you. Rena cheerfully adjusted the hairband that had been enshrined upon my head. How does it feel, Kei-chan? Have you awoken the pleasure of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? Be honest now. It's alright. We won't laugh. Arrgh, you jerk. I'm gonna murder you. Swinging Mion's bag about wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't even have to add up the score to know who was on top. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put on everything from ribbons to underwear. Damn you, Mion. What do you mean, knowing this will come in handy one day? How the bloody hell will a man knowing how to put on a garter belt be useful? Shh. Kei-chan, you're too loud. What's up, Gus? If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass this off as a rehearsal for a play. That's right. Woo-woo? Hey, Mudster. How's it going? That's right. If I cause a scene here, they'll find out that I'm wearing woman's clothing right down to the unmentionables. I shudder from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Actually, Kei-chan, you have really smooth skin. Are you often told that it's easy to apply makeup on you? Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. What kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them? How does it feel wearing a maid's hairband? It really finishes off the look. The hairband is the best part of a maid outfit after all. What do you mean, finishes off the look? Dumbass. Stop teasing me. Keiichi-kun is embarrassed. Cute. That's right. Men like things like garter belts, right? So how does it feel wearing one yourself? I don't really feel any... Hey, stop it. Don't flip it up. It's tight, isn't it? Can you feel it rub against your skin as you walk? Stop. Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. How? My miserable manhood suddenly shifted. Eek. You're turning red. You're turning red. Have you finally realized it? That's right. Right now, Kei-chan is exactly the type of maid that every healthy male wants. Stop it, Mion. Really, why do you have to whisper that right in my ear? Have you ever just wanted to hold a maid close to you? Kei-chan, you've currently become one with that maid. Don't you see? That's a distance far closer than mere touch can ever achieve. There, can't you hear that pulse? That breath? Me-chan, that's how... On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out of Rena's nose. Oh hey, there's the smoke. Is it always there? I don't know. Putting on makeup properly, making you wear a wig with the straight, long hair you like so much. Kei-chan, I made you into your ideal woman. And now you're gonna walk around town with me. You'll surely monopolize the eyes of all the men. That would definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? If only you didn't have this big thing dangling between your legs, you'd be a real girl. Saying that, she tried to flip my skirt. What? This is definitely not the time. I can't let them see me with this male-centric problem. Crash, thud. Before I realized it, Rena was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheek. See, she doesn't have the smoke right there. Keiichi-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, you were super cute. I'm going to take you home. Peering through Rena's vice-like embrace, I saw Mion laying spread eagle on her back. I see. This must be what Satoko and Rika-chan feel like when they become Rena's prey. After that, it took quite some time to calm Rena down from her frenzy. Later, Kei-chan. Today was super enjoyable. Hehehe. You'll rue this day, Mion. This disgrace shall be returned tenfold. I'll achieve an overwhelming victory and condemn you to a public shaming. Gahahaha. Only if you can beat me. I look forward to seeing you try. Mion tossed me my clothes and, looking in as good a mood as I've ever seen her, left. Okay now. Now that I've been released by Mion, I can't waste even a second running home. By the way, Rena isn't as good as Mi-chan, so if we happen to bump into anybody, I won't be able to follow up for you, okay? Soon after that, I went to a full-out dash. I'm pretty sure I was running the 100 meter in about 6 seconds there. Well then, Keiichi-kun, see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor from my constant good behavior. It's been going my way today. At that moment, the front door opened, as if somebody was waiting for me. Oh, Keiichi. So you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. A normal person would have realized the peculiar scene before them around. Oh, Keiichi. Dad? This is, you know that club I'm always talking about? This is one of the penalty games we do there. Just so happened I lost today. My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand. Keiichi. Let's have a little talk in my studio. We'll keep it a secret from Mom, of course. What? No, Dad, let go. There's a show I want to watch right now. Mion, you shall rue this day. His artistic flame, raging like wildfire, my dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. I always found his muse. Oh, Keiichi, are you home? Oh, you were in the bath. Is that makeup remover? Well, more importantly, what's the matter? Sorry, I have a headache and don't think I can make dinner tonight. I'm terribly sorry, but can you go out to eat with your dad? My mom is a go-get superwoman at work, but it occasionally takes a toll on her health. What about the ramen? So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity. That's fine, but what will you eat? If it's just for myself, I can probably find a way to scrounge something together. Take care. Keiichi, we'll take the car, so hurry up. Dad quickly got the car ready. Must be hungry. Really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. Oh hey, this photo. Sorry to keep you waiting. So where are we going to eat? I recently found a nice store, let's go there. My dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. I wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank it 3 stars. As one who seeks the way of Gorman, Keiichi Maibara, am genuinely intrigued. The headlights of the car cut through the early darkness of the Hinamizawa night, carving a straight path towards town. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was shockingly the family restaurant right by the station. Dad, that great restaurant you were talking about, was this? The words Angel Mort were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. It had the air of a girl-oriented all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant. Never been inside, Keiichi? Come to think of it, I hadn't. There's been some times where I've traveled to faraway towns to eat, but returning only as far as Okonomiya Station, there was really no reason to dine out. Home was just a stone throws away after all. I see. That was the reason I never noticed it before. Well, you stopped the car in the restaurant's parking lot. It seems like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here. But what really amazes me are the license plate. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagoya, well, that's fine. Chiba, Saitama, One Punch. Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would take to get here via the major highways. Keiichi, it seems that you finally realized how amazing this restaurant is. What's the meaning of this? How can so many people travel from so far away just to come to this restaurant? Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and a waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. It seemed that they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. If you're just talking about the taste, it seems like normal family restaurant fare. Who gives a damn about the taste, Keiichi? See? Isn't it great? I see. It just may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family. And yet, it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. They didn't come from far and wide to get this completely mediocre food, and there's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress. Excuse me, a dessert that comes with the meal still hasn't come yet. What? Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a dessert that comes with daily combo A. I've been waiting for quite a while. Oh, it's... My apologies, I'll bring it right away. The apparently rookie waitress rushed off, flustered. Dad, could it be this restaurant is... Aren't they great? The waitress's uniforms here, I mean... Oh. Bam. What are you doing, Keiichi? My own father never hit me. I'm your son. Listen, Keiichi, I've never come here with impure intentions. That bell and Atariante, an eccentric clothing quill-effect. Quill-effect? What? It is my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even you must have yearned for this simulation. Haven't you? Coming here alone, though, is a bit embarrassing. You understand? That's why I tracked you here. Just blame me. Even if you must condemn me, I want you to know that this feeling, Keiichi... I need to take a leak. My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. I want to believe that this weirdness won't be genetic. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment bubbled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beat red with shame. The waitress from before returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say, sorry for the wait. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. Wait, but... So he hasn't pointed it out yet. Okay. This waitress must have just been hired. Wait, is there another line? Okay. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously, just watching her put me on edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said, what incredible uniforms these are. They were like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit and in a perfect ratio, all in a perfect ratio. Most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching a glimpse of too many things, that is, I didn't know where I should look. Wearing something like that walking around the restaurant, as bad as it can be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new to the job. But the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. I'm a customer, you know? It's alright to be more straightforward. How? My nose is starting to bleed. So he hasn't looked at her face. At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is... Mion? Is that you? Eh? On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude I didn't realize it was her at all. It was Mion. Why is she here? Why are you working in a place like this? I'm helping out in my uncle's store. Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have stores in town. That she sometimes works part-time to help them. Oh, that must be a lot of work. The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this is Mion, there's no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instinct tells me that the power balance between Mion and myself has been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. There really is a god. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance spreading in my eyes, Mion took a step back. But seeing it like this type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it? It's embarrassing, so don't look so much. I confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo. Mion, you have pretty big breasts. It seems like they're ready to spill out even right now. All the customers are definitely looking at you. Wow. Don't say that. Don't play coy with me. I know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing getup. I mean, if you didn't, there's no way you dress up like that. It's not like I'm doing this because I like to. Is this alright, Keiichi Mibara? Aren't you taking this a little too far? Definitely. Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day. Isn't this too much? Hey, shut up, logic. To pay back Mion tenfold, it's a chance you'll hardly ever get. Wearing this kind of getup, your mother must be disappointed. Whimper. That part where you can almost just see something is the best. Come closer. Eek, please stop. Still lack the spirit of service towards your customers. Please forgive me. How? I want to take you home. Not that. Entering a version of Rena's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall, I was going until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge for today's events. Yep, I'll spare you the rest for today. How? It seems that Mion's neural circuits had completely shortened from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought, but such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see, so this was good for now. Leaving aside what exactly was good, I never knew. To think that the high and mighty Mion would have a hard time being a waitress. Whimper, that's wrong. There's such a surprising side of you. I want to show this to the Mion from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show Rena and the others. Rena will definitely flip out with joy. Do you think she'll say she wants to work here? That's wrong. I could never imagine in my wildest dreams that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion. Lewd. it's a little bit lewd. I'm saying that's wrong. While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that would lodge in her throat. What do you mean? That's wrong. I'm not Mion. What? I was standing back at Mion's confusing words. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonozaki, right? I'm sorry. Should have said this earlier, but my name is Shion Sonozaki. Mion is my older sister. See, a Shion does exist in this game. My eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. Also, this seems not bad. I think we've heard this before, though. Mion, probably thinking that there was no way such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously. Shion? Shion Sonozaki? Yes. I'm often mistaken for my sister. But when we met, you had the kind of response that you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time. But that's because my sister is always talking about you, so I know who you were. A little bit of a cringeworthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be a leader who is normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for. So I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion. I see. In that case, I'm sorry. Oh no, as long as you understand. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see. But, well now, she's self-aware of that fact, now is she? As I unintentionally laughed aloud, Shion, laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? Doesn't seem like you're used to it. Actually, today's, Kei-chan is my first customer. What? A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me as the same way her sister did. Saying that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing. So, you said you worked part-time at your uncle's store before. I thought you would have been more used to it. Oh, I have other relatives that run shops. That's why this is the first time I'm helping the uncle that owns this place. I see. Makes sense. Anybody would be tentative doing a job they weren't used to. Does Mion ever help out at this store? Oh, my sister is, you see. She's not good with these cutesy things. You know what she's trying to say. That's right. Mion is more suited for cool things. So I think having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Shion asked, probably think she misheard me. That uniform, it would never suit somebody like Mion. But for Shion, I think it works. Huh? You mean that, Shion, like Rena often does, spaced out and turned bright red. What does that mean, exactly? At least for this moment, it felt like this Shion character actually existed. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had the side to her. At that moment, we realized that the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room. Sonozaki-san, you can take your break now. Oh, okay. Mion finally returned to her senses. It seemed as if it was time for her to take a break. Well then, I'll take my leave. It was fun talking to the infamous Kei-chan. Sorry for mistaking you for Mion and teasing you. Please tell Mion that I will have my revenge one day. Oh. That thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right? That devilish laugh and smile. They're exactly the same as the one I knew. That's right. Tell her that I will return the favor for the total humiliation I suffered. Bleh. More importantly, I'm gonna complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today. My sister will have my revenge sharing your club activities. Bring it on. I'll get her before she gets me. Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the back. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right. For now, I know the high and mighty Mion had a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things, for her to say she was a twin sister. I thought that maybe I should ask Rena tomorrow if she really has a sister. Maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. But I saw that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything. That little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Keiichi, are you about ready? Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamp. It was pretty much filled. Damn, Dad. You're quite the regular customer. Is that new waitress is now somebody you knew? You know, Keiichi? Oh, so you were watching in the shadows. Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes. Somebody from school? From Hinamizawa? Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion. Her school isn't in Hinamizawa, so she must go to the one in town. Never seen her at my school. So not all the kids in Hinamizawa go to the same school? Only about half. The other half go all the way into town on their bikes. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister, something like that. Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. This chapter. Twins, Basil! Twins! I don't know. Was there any indication that there's twins? Is there really a Shion? Double the fun? Oh man, let's do the tips. Is there really a Shion? An introduction to Angel Mort. Huh? Mion-san's family. Yeah. More broadly, I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed. My curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Toko about it. I wonder. She might not. She wasn't being very clear about it. Has Toko never gone over to Mion's house to play? From your reaction, I guess you've never met any. Yes, I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother. As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory. Rika would know more than I. You would do well to ask her. So Toko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight. Rika, do you know anything about Mion-san's family? Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question. Mi has a big family, so I don't really know everything about them. That many, huh? For example... Is there someone named Shion Sonozaki? Well, I might have heard wrong, so she might not actually exist, but... You mean she? Shion exists. Huh? That was unexpected. So she was real. Their names are quite similar, you know? I could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference. I've heard she's Mi's youngest twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times. Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but I hadn't seen her much. I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago. She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Okonomiya? She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother, after all. She didn't live with her parents? That was a bit odd. Is there something between them? It's a very complicated family. She seems to have many relatives. There are doubtless many different circumstances. For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious. Oh, what are the three of you talking about? Let this old man in on it. Oh, Mion-san, you've come at a good time. Might it be true that you have a younger twin sister? Oh, Mion, crap. A younger sister? Well, yeah, I do. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face at a loss. I think she's looking at me. Oh my, I had no idea. What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime. Shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's really conceited. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either. Why did it look like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this is pretty funny, so I'll let it go for a little while longer. Another Mion, under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling, as if I've made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. What if they're not? What if they're not? I forget the relation that Mion has with the first victim, the dismemberment. Like, were they part of the group that fought the foreman, or was it the foreman? I don't know. I'll have to look at that again. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide. Neon was just part of the protesters, I think. Oh, okay. So that's what it was. Gotcha. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue, complete conquest analysis, family restaurant chapter. Now at last we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts, despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of Prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us. If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to Censored Place or something. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. The fragrant aroma of sweet wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War photography hunter. Away! Is that Tomitake? Smoking areas are the real superpositions. Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Ryu. Yesterday, I failed to get seating. Today, I'll aim for the ultimate golden seat, the corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers, so I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there. I suspected of Ryu, the hunter. He's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose a seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabaras and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush. Not only did he find his target, a seat empty, he had also obtained it with ease. By utilizing the tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But, as if cursed by that, from that day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering successive firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chances coming his way. And after 4 p.m., the man began to take his order. It looked as though he has been seen through. It is the rule of the hunter to withdraw the grace once marked. My aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary, since I sat in the booth and left my bag on the floor. My camera was already hidden in my travel bag. I might fossilize in there. There are 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half the day. I'd have a high encounter rate. 2-digit EGs. I am mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold. As to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle, despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. More surprising, though, is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police stations in the country. That thing the day before. The day before, our hunter took on the Shrine Maiden cuisine in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store, he was seen through, placed in the booth, and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much-anticipated Shrine Maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. Seriously huge blunder for a hunter. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Mort uniforms, chosen by the hunter himself. With such blazing hot pictures, you too. Oh. I didn't read it. Whoops. What if we go back? Skip around. Oops. too can become a war photographer today. Okay. I forgot to look at the laptop to see it. Okay. Well, 2 chapters down. Happy, cheery music. Nothing too manga-esque, besides possible foreshadowing, I guess. As well as some music. Yeah, let's see where this goes. BRB. Alright, we're back. Let's go ahead and save. Then continue. So it's still not the festival yet. Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, somebody's gonna get hurt. This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously. Lazy, yeah, wafted through the class in response. Half of the school today was going to be home economics class. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere. But this is school after all. Excluding the youngest students, each one of us would be making our own curry, with the results being judged. Hold on. Pause and play. There we go. Alright everybody. It may be that nowadays curry is an easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered it a bit in the Japanese style, it is still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely do not neglect that fact. Kind of like green curry with the coconut. I'll have words with anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that. That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on the curry. Well, whatever. It's rumored that Chie-sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge. As long as you're not failing your grade and home ec, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter at all. I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teacher's a tyrant when it comes to curry. What the heck does that even mean? A curry tyrant? Never heard of that before. You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some unfathomable reason, is a stickler for curry. Unyieldingly so. Yeah. It's said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry. This is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day, and if she occasionally has something else, it always has to be curry flavored. That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? Curry 3 times a day is just weird, nutritionally speaking, and... oh jeez. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Embedded into the table right by my fingertips. A chef's knife. Ladle and spatula hummed gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling. Kei-chan, shh. If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes. Saying even a little bit more would make my situation a lot more dire. Oh, you mean the dolphins and whales? Yeah, just be serious. Make your curry properly, and everything's good, alright? I don't think it's gonna be that easy today. Look, Nichan is... it's written all over her face. If the playing field is even, and we're being judged, there's no way this won't turn into a competition. Looks like we're all on the same page. It's a cooking contest. Shokugeki. I knew it. There's no way Mion will leave such an enticing event alone. How shall we determine the victor? By how the teacher judges it? As if saying, but wait, there's more. The teacher reappeared with the principal in tow. Oh hey. The purpose of today's event is to show appreciation for the people at the Forestry Service, so they'll be judging the results with me. Yep, your teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the Forestry Service, will be judging your cooking. Good luck to everyone. Gahahaha. But even the principal? Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everybody in the class had been piqued. So that's what's happening. This isn't gonna just be some casual curry cook-off. Rena is good at making curry. I'm not gonna lose today. My grade is cooking in the group, so I'm together with Rika. That's unfair. I'm pretty sure that Rika is good at cooking. My curry is so tasty it'll send shivers down your spine. That happens a lot. What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing. Her type. But Mion continued to look unconcerned. Hehehe. I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking. Am I right? I don't like the way she said that. Couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded. Alright everybody, are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. Start. The call to arms had sounded. Yeah, we had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into the canister, push your palm to the bottom, and fill with water to just above the wrist. Are you alright with only that much water? If you don't put in more, it could be bad. You filthy liar. If I put in any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge. Satoko, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First, it starts to bubble, and the steam starts to puff. And don't take off the lid no matter what. Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. This is a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp? My dad really likes to go camping, see? Whenever summer comes around, our family goes a lot. So this means everybody's good at cooking the rice. In other words, the critical part of this challenge will be the curry. Humph. Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all. Lost me at Rika's. Why don't you help with the cooking too? Maybe Satoko-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all. Eat. The ends justify the means. I just have to win. That was a pretty malicious comment for Rena. And Satoko took it hook, line, and sinker. Rena could only apologize between fits of laughter, while Satoko chased her around. Well now, shall we move on to the curry? For now, the battle truly begins. After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. Go. What will today's curries taste like? As Rena hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to kind images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm and practiced, I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peel spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsura Muki? I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife. It's a snake! Roar! Saying that, she placed the longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of the boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, couldn't even hold a candle to her. But, roar? Do snakes make that sound? Do now. Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel potatoes so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. This can't be. You've got to be kidding me. This is a trick. She's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire. Here, take a look-see. As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin. Didn't know, Keiichi? Mia was taught how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking. From sewing to flower arrangement to playing the koto, from marksmanship to radio operation. Even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad things she can do. What? Marksmanship? Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. Is it? I mean, all of it. Except for the helicopter one. Those are the first few items on that list that seemed like a lie. She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it though. Damn it. I'm also really good at cooking. Especially Chinese food. Keiichi, boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking. Shot down before I could even say it. Ho ho ho. Too bad for you. Today, Keiichi-san shall be assuredly languishing defeat all alone. Wow. Click. Tough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself. Wah. Rika. There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you. This does not look good. Everybody's smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Mibara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel those potatoes well, but about how to win this challenge. There's too many people watching. I'm gonna work at another scene. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind. Will Ch.2 be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife. Let's see what Ch.'s doing. No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I'll lop my fingers right off. Then, there's only one thing left to do. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun. Oh, you guys were in a group before, huh? It was the two underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at that toy store last Sunday. They had been paired with two girls for their group. Yep, both the girls are pretty good at cooking, so both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Rena, but they're both good enough at handling a knife. We'll go straight to the point. At this rate, I'm gonna lose the contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. Mibara-san, that's pretty much theft. Depending on what's in it for us. In other words, depends on the terms of the negotiation. If I'm quite bold of you guys, that's to be expected. Then let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoko and Rika-chan's group makes. How about that? I don't know about that. Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seems in order. Very well then, let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made them my offer in a hushed tone. Of course, that includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chan have already eaten some of. I'll even throw in the spoons. Splooch. A red mist spouted vigorously from the nose of the two underclassmen. An indirect kiss! Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes. Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph. Whoa, amazing, amazing! Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good. That's not quite right. What Kei-chan has bared isn't a potato, but his fangs. Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all. I've been finished with preparing the vegetables. Next is to boil a pot of water. Then add the vegetables in order of which takes longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But just cooking in order probably won't garner a lot of points. I look over at Rena. She had a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with a mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I'd be no match for Rena. She was way out of my league. When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses a lot of ingredients. That's why Rena's curry uses a lot of ingredients as well. I really want to take all night and stew it nice and slow. How? I beg of you. Will you please help just a little with my curry? No. This is one of our club activities. Rena won't lose. When she enters club mode, even the normally kind Rena becomes an enemy. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. She's like a pro at this. How about Mion? What? Mion, you. What the heck is that? Where did you get meat from? I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They are spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house. But objection! Chia-sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it? Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes. For that normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. Just as the rumor says, she's a through and through curry freak. Rena and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And, Kei-chan, what about you? it's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. Mibara-san, over here. Turning around, I saw voices calling me belonged to the two underclassmen from earlier, Tomita-kun and Okumura-kun. What's up, you guys? What's up with that pot? Is that from your group? Switch this up with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our group made, at the very least, is better than what you could make. You guys, for me, don't get the wrong idea. If you don't win, then we, that is... Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk of eating Ch.2 and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. Seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry. I'm in your debt. And I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this. Mibara-san, we're also serious about this. Filling in on day duty 3 times, these guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. My friends are my power. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. You shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my 2 underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Rena even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good. Kei-chan, you're pretty good. Looks like this will be a good match right to the bitter end. Rena wants to eat Keiichi-kun's curry, Rena's curry, and Mion's curry too. Everybody is a worthy opponent. Done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome. Keiichi-san, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants. What? Rika-chan's calling me? What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was dueling on the ground in front of the pot. Because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Hey Rika-chan, how's yours doing? It's Mr. Curry. Huh? Rika-chan was dueling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew pew. Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beam from his eyes. Drawing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Whoa! Barrier. Beam reflect. I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Mibara super electromagnetic barrier and retaliatory beam. Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires as an impulse wave cannon. Rika-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a minute. Hey Rika-chan, you called me here for a reason, right? Yes, I called you. But I've already fulfilled my purpose. Jebaited. At that moment, a chill went up my spine. Already fulfilled? Her purpose? They got me! Headed back to my pot, sitting there just as I feared was Satoko. With no questions asked, I dropped the back of her head. Wow. What do you think you're doing? You know better than to do that to a lady's head. Who cares about that? Satoko, did you mix something in with my curry? How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far. Despite what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know. Then what's this incomprehensible line of ladies, ladles, and plates? Leaving them all in these unstable positions. If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Clink, clink, thud, thud. This is art. Come to think of it, Domino World Record Challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. Kei-chan, the frying pan. I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan. Next after that was my pot. Fresh. The frying pans struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. I stared, dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality. Oh my, this is a catastrophe. Didn't do anything, you hear me? Ho 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 ho. At the very last moment, I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetent Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Rena, who'd been sampling her own pot, let out a scream. What? Rena's curry salty? Was Rena also sabotaged? Then what about Mion? My rice is salty. I've been had. Ho 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 ho. With this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins. All that effort wasted. So sad, so sad. So very, very sad. Rika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. So devious. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. The delicious odor of curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of the forestry service, to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work, were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing, and gave their enthusiastic approval. Well then, is everybody finished? We'll now have all the judges sample your cooking. Everybody in the class brought out their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Rena plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. Salty. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryugu-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Reynolds' salty curry into his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed. Oh my, what happened, Ryugi-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. Chie-sensei must have had some expectations judging from her disappointment. Hell, I'm sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident. The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to next time. Do your best. Kanbaru. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the oversalted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Rena was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense. Well then, please savor our curry next. I see that Furude-san's group put a lot of effort into their curry. Let's see here. It's simple, but very nicely done. There's also the incident with Rena's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinary, but perhaps today's forerunner? The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as they removed a chunk of carrot with a spoon. Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad, but I don't like carrots, you see. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry, but I guess to each their own. However, seeing that Rika-chan read the nameplate on the chest of his coveralls and began to speak. That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots. What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But What Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face. Kyoji, there's seconds if you want them. Sob. Mommy? While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous. Oh ho ho, nobody can stand up to Rika's curry. Satoko let out a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment... Oh. Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking that this meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually want to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it? All of a sudden, in all its perfect glory, Neon's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself, could only gasp in admiration. Hamburg steak with a demi-glazed sauce and a fresh salad. What? It's a set? They wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's perfect. Perfectly made. That's not curry. Amazing. Amazing! Mi-chan, you're amazing. Mi-chan, you're amazing. Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seems the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-kneaded. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. This is sublime. Truly a taste to savor, Sonozaki-san. This curry is no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge and beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine. I guess she doesn't have rice, right? That's the only thing. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points. Aw, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative. Mion bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face. I admit defeat. There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice. That's right. Satoko had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment, it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. That's why... At some point, my cooking canister had been open, its contents completely empty. Damn you, Mion. Use my rice. That's no fair. Hand over half of your curry. Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face. Whoa there, Kei-chan. You're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over. Gah, I couldn't even properly voice my shame. Mi-chan, I feel sorry for Keiichi-kun. Just give him at least a little. It's fine, it's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right? It loads me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, would that mean that even in this situation I shouldn't give up? The curry was overturned. Well, still in the pot, and I don't even have any rice left. How in the blazes am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? Ibara-san, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it. Even though my proteges had tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There was nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. God, couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them? I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the last moment. Think, Keiichi Mibara. Think, not about how to make more curry, but about how to win the match. had an idea. I didn't think it could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Tamitsu-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out. Gomura-kun, there's something I want you to find. Okay, gotcha. Both of them dispersed after receiving these instructions. Oh, how is Ch.2 going to flounder about at the end? Now I should show me. Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know. Shut up. Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no. I don't really care, it's salty after all. It's okay if Rena helps too, right? Ch.2 is in trouble right now. Hearing you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Rena, go make some tea. How... he doesn't trust me. Next, Satoko. Also, Rika-chan, I challenge you to side bet. What did you say? Well, listen to your request. This is my duty to my two proteges who had shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat. You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving you a big no to that. No, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it. Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of the president. You're handicapped in this much, shouldn't you? There's no way he can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not gonna make a comeback. Right? That may be true, but I don't mind. Keiichi, go for it. Yay! The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed that Mion's impending victory was not in question. By the way, what happened to Meibara-kun's curry? Still haven't tried it yet. Yeah, pot with my curry and it fell over. Humph. Is that so? That's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints after that. This is my cooking. Meibara-kun, that's... humph. Onigiri, huh? The judges smiled wryly at the simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Rena poured tea into the cups she had brought over from the break room. He's making a mockery of us. There, look. There's not even any filling. It's nothing more than salted onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore. It's true, the amount of salt might be a little much, but Rena's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match. Meibara-san, is this really enough to make a comeback? Gentlemen, you did well. It's alright. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down. It seems that Ch.2 has learned how to use some rather underhanded tricks. This might be difficult. Yeah, that's right. Rena understands that now too. What do you mean? Why is everybody just quietly eating that much? You see, Satoko-chan, that's because the judges are actually tired of eating curry. Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. And because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they couldn't eat just a little bit of each. Sometimes a man values the amount more than the taste. At those times, rather than rich, mind-blowing flavor, they craved simplicity. They couldn't say out loud, but this is the tastiest thing they've had today. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly. I'll praise your efforts, but today's contest was about curry. Not sure we can give a score to this. The teacher and the principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underlings, seeing that, saw the small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Arg. Was this little surprise just not enough? Don't give up, K-chan, Mion whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... No. I'll have you give it a score. If you think that curry and onigiri are really that different, you're sorely mistaken. Hey there, Anti-Henry. Hey, Red. How's it going? Huh? Mibar-kun, what are you saying? How are they the same? The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was giving me one final chance. Just woke up? Nice. Did you have a good rest? We're just playing the second chapter of this game. So still a little tired? That's understandable. Still groggy. Get that coffee. Get that tea. Brighten up the morning. How about you, dude? I'm doing well. Just a little tired as well. But I kind of feel like we'll finish this chapter and we'll see where we're at. The principal stopped the teacher. Looked like he was giving me one final chance. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement. In its homeland of India, curry is usually eaten with a type of bread called naan, isn't it? Therefore, you could say that this cuisine we call curry rice is something that we have adopted and modified. I'm gonna go make some coffee and some breakfast. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by, Red. We're continuing this visual novel streak. I'll be lurking. Appreciate it. Just as the teacher said at the beginning, it's a fusion of Indian and Japanese cuisine. I know what you're trying to say, Mibar-kun. But what does that have to do with onigiri? It's actually very simple. Both curry and onigiri are things made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agriculture forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease, and pests to grow and raise our rice-centered culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find ways to enjoy eating rice. In other words, curry and onigiri are both the results of rice culture. It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was a thunderous applause that praised me. Enough with the nonsense already. I won't accept this. The teacher's only judging curry, you know? This is out of the question. This obviously deserves 0 points. Miss Keiichi-kun did his best. Could you please acknowledge that? Today's class was supposed to be about curry. What should we do? Mion, stifling her laughter, stepped forward. There's a story about how when a Michelin 3-star chef from France came to Japan, the people from the hotel he was staying at had a whole bunch of ingredients from France imported. But the chef didn't even give them a second glance. I wonder why that was. They were ingredients from his homeland. The chef went to the local fish market and made a dish from fresh fish caught in Japan. The culture of food isn't bound by predetermined rules. It's culture. If you come to Japan, you meld with Japanese culture and make something new. That's how curry and onigiri are the same. Mion. She was providing fire support. I had to be grateful. The judges were somehow moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms. Mibar-kun, your pot of curry was swept over, wasn't it? Even though I said at the beginning to be careful. I'm sorry. But, as Mibar-kun and Sonozaki-san said, there are no boundaries in cuisine. If it's something that can amaze people, then it's not something that should be discriminated against just because of the form. Then... For spilling your pot, minus 20 points. But just for today. For not giving up and doing your best, plus 20 points. I'll give you 100 points. Gryffindor wins. No, Meibara-san, we did it! My underclassmen leapt at me. A perfect score. We did it. The curry was spilt, and our rice was taken. But we made a comeback. In the end, Rika-chan's curry also received full marks, so everybody but Rena had a perfect score. Since this contest was outside the scope of regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game. Rena breathed a sigh of relief. Now then, as promised, Satoko, Mika-chan, I'll be taking your curry. But that means we won't have any lunch. Wah. Satoko stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolute. It's what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy. You can eat half. Thank you, Keiichi. My two protégés peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming from their faces. We exchanged glances that would only be understood amongst men. we did it, Meibara-san. This is all thanks to you. We flashed each other a thumbs up. Now, I just have to give these to my pupils. I've gotten pretty hungry myself. Guess I'll have one of my onigiri. Wait, huh? There was no trace of my onigiri. The ones I had set aside for myself included. As I peered around searching for them, the principal clapped a hand on my shoulder. Gahahaha. When I was listening to that speech she gave, the rice I was chewing grew even more delicious. Gahahaha. Could it be that you also ate my share? Gahahaha. The principal simply laughed without answering. Seriously? For real? My eyes half brimming, with tears in my stomach rumbling, I was called over by the teacher. Meibara-kun, because of the circumstances, I had to give you a perfect score, but you understand, right? Huh? Understand what? There was an odd glint in the teacher's eyes. If I had to describe it, it was curry-colored. Like a pot of stewing curry, her eyes whirled around in a spiral. A chill washed over me. The teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me in closer until our noses were almost touching. Curry is this world's most respected and sacred of dishes. I would absolutely not allow it to be put in the same category as an onigiri. You hear me? Curry was created in ancient India, one of the 4 great river valley civilizations, and was raved about during the reign of King Asoka in Kapilavastu for the birth of the Shakya. At the International Food Expo, Michelin, twirly, even the Eiffel Tower was pickled in simmering curry, turmeric, whether you are asleep or awake, curry. Hey, Keiichi-san. What are you stumbling around for? Cleaning up is part of cooking too. Keiichi-kun, your eyes are all curried. Why is that? Why? Curry. Yikes, she got him, huh? It's okay, he'll be back to normal by tomorrow. Probably. It wasn't that long before hunger brought me back to my senses. No, it's very lighthearted. Very silly. Lots of deals being made. In the end, all of the onigiri was eaten by the principal, so I had to make do without lunch. Skipping lunch, I never knew the afternoon could be so long and painful. A feeling other than drowsiness made me space out. Are you alright, Keiichi-kun? That's why I said you shouldn't eat Rena's curry. As if I could eat this curry with enough salt in it to make my blood pressure rise just by looking at it. That's what I said, as I initially refused. I can only regret it. The hunger, the stomachache. Well, you did a good job making it through. You're an absolutely hopeless situation, that is. Kei-chan, you're pretty strong when you're cornered, eh? I don't need any compliments right now. I need food. There's something for you to eat at home, right? Don't keep snacks lying around at home. And I'm out of cup noodles right now. Hahaha. Since you're enduring that hunger so much right now, I'm sure tonight's dinner will be really tasty. I had absolutely no intention of laughing along. Well then, I'll take my leave. I have my part-time job again today. Sigh. It's really rough when you're not used to the work. That job at that Angel Mort family restaurant, huh? That uniform was somewhat simulating. How? Being a waitress really is hard work. Michan is working as a waitress? Really? Really? What kind of place is it? How? No, I'm right. I'm working at that toy store from the other day. Amazed. Shion is the waitress. Ah, my bad. Completely forgot that was how it ended up being. I'm sorry. You guys look so similar, I mixed you up. Ch.2, I feel bad for not chatting, but I'm letting the story flow. It's all good. It's totally okay. Let me just stretch. Okay. Ch.2, who's Shion? Rena asked the obvious question. Mion's younger twin sister. She's got a different personality, but she's a dead ringer for Mion. That's right. We look similar, but our personalities are completely different. I'm very kind and thoughtful, but Shion has a cold and scary personality. I think that when you guys were born, Shion got all the feminine aspects. Unlike Mion, she's a cute, cheerful girl. Keiichi-chan! Rena interjected as her eyes darted back and forth from our exchange. Is that true? Rena's never met her? Michan, did you ever tell me you had a younger sister? Shion's existence was already being exposed as a cover-up. I couldn't help Mion out here. I could only have her end this charade. Oh yeah, I still haven't introduced her to you, Rena. My younger sister's name is Shion. I don't know. I didn't ask. Never met her when I went to Michan's house. Yeah, that. You know, I'm the only one that lives with Granny. Shion lives at the family home in Okinomiya. We're not that close, so yeah, she doesn't come here too often. Rena's face indicated she wasn't sure if she was convinced. She's usually a bit of an airhead, but she was unusually sharp when it came to these kinds of things. Well, it's not a lie, please believe me. As she said, yeah, I believe you. A smile suddenly blossomed on Rena's face. Rena wants to meet her. I'll go and see her sometime. What store is she working at? What store? That is... she's getting more tangled in her little web. I could tell that Mion was getting increasingly frantic. I wanted to help her out, but it was hard for an outsider to butt in on the family issues. Sorry. I have to get to work. Later. Rena, Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Unilaterally ending the conversation, Mion headed home. No matter how you looked at it, she was running away. We'll just label this one as an emergency escape. Michan was kinda cute. I wonder why. Rena giggled in amusement. Oh, that's right, I think Saturday and Sunday have to be midnight streams too. Because of Mother's Day celebrations. I wonder when dinner is. Would lying down be the best way to conserve energy? I sprawled in the entryway without even taking off my shoes. As I was losing the last vestiges of my consciousness, the doorbell rang. It seemed I had a guest. Come on in. It's open. I directed my listless voice at the door. Oh. Good afternoon, huh? Kei-chan, what are you doing? It seemed my guess was Mion, or rather Shion. She seemed shocked when she saw me sprawled out in the entryway. Is that Shion? Wait, why? I thought that Shion's existence was an illusion that was limited to when Mion was at the restaurant. That's why I never even considered that Shion would appear here. I heard from my sister. Because of club activities today, you weren't able to eat lunch, right? Yeah, it was a lot of trouble. Stoko spilled my pot and they stole my rice. But I'm Shion. She grew red and began to mope. that's right. She was the younger twin right now. Sorry. What's up? Did you bring something for me to eat? Oh my. It's somehow disappointing that you hit the nail right on the head, but here. With a disappointed smile, Shion held up the small bento box she had hidden behind her back. Huh? You really brought something to eat? Thanks. There was still some of the ground beef left over from what my sister brought to school. I knew it was going to be right before dinner, but I wondered if you want it. Am I bothering you? Not even a bit. Really happy. Can I really eat this? Sneaking a look inside the box to say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside. Is it really okay? It's not like a ton of hot sauce mixed in or anything, right? Hot sauce again. Jeez. I'm not my sister. I wouldn't do that kind of thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself. I'll just go home and eat it myself. Saying that, she pouted cutely and made a motion as if to snatch the box back. There were some times that made me doubt that she was the same person as Mion, and this is undoubtedly one of those moments. But I don't mind at all. I want to chow down with thanks from the bottom of my heart. It's not something to be so thankful about that your nose has to run. Shion, who had thought that I might not take the bento, looked down happily. There's not much, but do you want to come in? I can probably make some tea or something. Sorry. Maybe some other time. I'm on my way to work. Oh, that's right. She did say that before. Just rinse the box out with water and give it back to my sister tomorrow, please. Of course. It would only be the proper thing to do after being allowed to eat something that looks this delicious. Well then, I'll take my leave. One last thing. Shion grew red again as she looked down once more. During that contest with the curry, my sister took your rice without permission, right? My sister fools around too much, so sometimes she gets carried away. She wasn't doing it just for me. Hey, it's not like I mind that too much. There are no grudges when it comes to club activities after all. In fact, I should be the one that's thankful for all the thrills and entertainment. Could you tell that to Mion for me? Yes, I think. My sister would be very happy to hear that. Well then, I have to go. Shion smiled brightly. After bowing deeply, she left as she looked at her watch. I'm happy, but is this really okay? I looked at the bento box that she left behind. A faint warmth spread through the palm of my hand. If it were Mion, I could see hot sauce, mustard, maybe even a needle being mixed inside. But really, I don't think she would go so far as putting a needle in there. I opened the box once again and hesitantly tasted a bit. I took a bite. Another. There was no funny business. There was no danger at all, for it was delicious. That's right. That was Shion, not Mion. So there shouldn't have been anything to worry about. I rushed back to my room, eating as I gave my thanks. It was so delicious that my stomach could cry. Shion. No, Mion. When she heard I was so hungry I could die, she brought this over to me. It was delicious to the last bite. By the way, nothing strange had been mixed in. I was a bit embarrassed at myself for being so skeptical. Yeah, do you have to take a nap? Or something. Oh man. Well, this is our way earlier than I expected. But if anything, we'll finish this on Saturday. I mean, we'll continue this tomorrow, but I had planned to finish this tomorrow. It's fine. It's okay. Food for thought? Oh, the bento box. It was delicious. Hey, Mion. Here. What is it, Kei-chan? I thrust the bento box she'd given me yesterday at her face. Had the food you gave me in it. Thanks. It was great. Mion's face quickly flushed bright red. Hey now, you're the one pretending to be Shion when you gave it to me. You're gonna give it away if you get all red like that when you're being Neon. At this rate, she might trip and fall right into her own grave, so I decided to help her out. Listen, I was pretty hungry yesterday. Out of the blue, Shion came all the way to my house and gave me some food in a bento box. This is that box. Make sure you wash it out. Right. Shion's really considerate, huh? That's so transparent. Was Mion always this terrible at lying? Her expression was different than usual, but it looked strangely cute. So, what did you think? You two are like peas in a pod. You're twins, right? Obviously you look the same. Not that, Mion looked kind of bewildered, like she was waiting for a specific answer. When she said impression, maybe she didn't mean Shion, but the bento? Oh, of course. It was delicious. Really? I never lie about liking food. If I say something's good, then it's subjectively good. You can feel free to give my recommendations to every single person you meet. Tell Shion it was seriously great, alright? Okay. Tell Shion, right? I will. I think she'll be happy. We're going along with Shion having given it to me, not Mion, aren't we? Wait, how did Shion know where we live? Yet her laugh, it came from deep down, it sounded really happy. I guess Mion could have told her. I guess she really... Monk-ass. I guess she really can laugh nicely enough that just looking at her makes me feel better too. A sarcastic remark made its way onto my tongue, but I swallowed it back. As Mion went to put the bento box in her bag, she noticed a clattering noise. Kei-chan, there's something inside. Huh? Wow. Gosh, she opened it. The thing inside was a little embarrassing, so I wish she hadn't opened it here. Panicking, I hid it with my hands. Well... This is well, my mother told me to put them in as thanks. Didn't come up with it or anything. Don't get the wrong idea. It's so pretty. Candy. There's a handful of candies, neatly wrapped in paper, inside the sparkly clean bento box. When I was cleaning the box out yesterday in the sink, Mom came over and interrogated me, and I fessed up as to who had given me the food. Then she told me that something like this called for a display of gratitude. I didn't want to because it was embarrassing, so I argued that it wouldn't be like me to do that. Well, that's what happens. I was so embarrassed it felt like fire might shoot out of my face. Neon laughing the whole thing off, like she usually did, would be fine. But for some reason, she was staring at the candy in the box with fascination. Thank you. Don't thank me. Thank my mom, she put them in there. But besides, you're not the one I need to be thanking right now, right, Neon? Those are for Shion, okay? Ah, right. You're right. Okay. I'll be sure to tell Shion. Why is she so flustered? She's not like her usual cocky self, confident. I just know she'll be happy, but I guess when it comes to this subject, she acts like this. Neon, looking a little downtrodden, put the lid back on the box. Seemed like I ended up saying something a little mean at the end. Mi-chan, he looks sort of cozy today. Did something happen? Did it? Perhaps she's caught a fever. The red in her face is probably due to the increased body temperature. Hey, Rika, why are you petting my head? Satoko, I'm sure I'll be able to catch fever soon enough. Pet, pet. What is going on? Alright. And comfy music still. I mean, it wasn't until like chapter 5, or what, 6, when things start getting super monk-ass. But then again, this is different. This is new. I mean, chapter 5 in the first Onekakushi. It's interesting. I'm liking it. Curious to see what does it all mean? What is going on? But yeah, we'll pick this up tomorrow. It'll be another midnight stream for sure. And then, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I don't think there's any shoutouts, right? Actually, no, there is one. This happened off stream, but shout out to Sturdy Raptor for the follow. And yeah. I think we can raid Quinn, right? Let's see. What's Quinn doing? He is playing God of War 3 Remastered. So let's go show some love to Quinn. We'll close this out. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. Continue more with this. Still enjoying it. Still confused. It's fun. Curious to see how it all plays out. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Have a good night. Day. Well, I guess this is why we say have a good one. But yeah. Bye.